Hey everybody, it's Sleeve, and for this video, I'm not going to be exploring any place. This is just a little video for me and you, just to let you know what's been going on behind the scenes. Namely the past 2 months. Only a small handful of you actually know anything about this. But to explain the past 2 months, we're going to have to go back a little further in time. You see, I've been working for about 15 years for a company, and good company. We make a great product. I would definitely recommend it more than any other in its field. And a lot of great people there. Some I still keep in touch with to this day. But I wanted to upgrade my living situation. I wanted to get out on my own, and couldn't do that on my wages. So I've been putting my resume out there and whatnot, and it was on Labor Day last year that I got recommendations on my Indeed app that said, here's 2 or 3 jobs you're qualified for. I applied to them all. Why not? And then about a day or two later, I get a message from one of them. And the following week, I had an interview. And the next morning, I checked my email, and they offered me a job. So I put my 2-week notice in, ended September of last year with the company I've been with for 15 years. And started a whole new job in October, making $4.25 more per hour. It was a great schedule. It was like 4 10-hour days. So I had like 3-day weekends. I could spend my Fridays doing explores, which I did. And, well, it was a great job until it wasn't. 4 weeks into it, I get called to the office, the conference room. HR's there, and they tell me that we're overstaffed. And so, of course, I'm last hired. So, of course, first fired. Well, laid off. It wasn't performance-based, thankfully. 30 people lost their job that day. So, I'm not the only one there that got canned. For 6 weeks, I was out of work, and just put my name out there, resume, whatever I could, and then a temp service that I had worked with going back to 1996. In fact, they got me the job where I lasted 15 years. Well, they had a temp job opening for me right around Christmas time, so I ended up working at that place for 2 months, and then when that assignment ended, I went to another assignment for another 3 months, 3.5 months actually. Now, in between all this time, there was another staffing service. They're trying to get me different jobs, whatever. Had a couple interviews for clients, their clients. Didn't go anywhere. Okay, whatever. Then I had an interview, and this was really a dream job. It was in my field, what I had been doing for 15 years. It was a lot closer to home, so it'd be an easy commute, and the money was good. So I had the interview. A couple days later, I get a text from my rep from the staffing service, and he says, you got an offer, this much per hour, And so my first text message back was, I accept. And then I put a 2-week notice in, both with the staffing service, the temp service that I'd worked through, and with the job site. And then I start doing all my onboarding paperwork through this staffing service that got me this new job and everything. And they're telling me we're going to start on June 3rd. And then they said, well, the client usually does an orientation on Tuesday, so June 4th. And then on that Monday, I get a message saying the person you're replacing is still there, so June 5th. So I show up on site June 5th. I get a text message and a call from the staffing service saying, the man who would have been your supervisor, he's in the hospital, so we'll have to push it off. And it got to the point where a week and a half later, I'm still not working. So I did what you shouldn't do. I called the client. I looked them up, called them up, and said, look, I'm so-and-so. I talked to so-and-so. I was here on such a date, whatever. And then I get a call back, and they said, we didn't know you want the job. Apparently, the staffing service didn't bother to tell the client, who didn't bother to ask. No one communicated. And I'm left in the lurch. And so for 2 months, I've been out of a job. You haven't noticed because I'm putting a lot of content out. And I still have a backlog of content. But right now I'm just living off of savings and good graces and freebies here and there. And it hasn't been easy. And no, I don't want charity. Okay? That's not why I'm doing this video. If anything, I want to bring something of value to you. If I'm going to ask for money, I better bring something worth money to you. I'm not a person wanting a handout. A hand up would be nice. To that end, in the midst of me putting my resume out and applying different jobs and going to interviews and whatnot, I'm still going to interviews. I went and I made not just one, but 2 coloring books. These are for all ages, and these are really nicely done. In fact, I'm going to put them here on the screen, just little samples. Here's the cover of one and the other. And let's see some coloring pages. These are all nicely done. There's some that are a little more complicated than others. Some have shading, some don't. And there's 50 designs and 100 pages. The way it works is that you have the design on one page, and then on the other side it's blank. And that's so that when you're coloring, it doesn't bleed through to the other side and ruin the other design. However, it would be a good idea to put a piece of paper between the pages when you color if you're using pens or markers. Just a thought. And these coloring books are only available on Amazon. I have the links in the description. And they are $6.99, which I think is comparable to what the other coloring books out there on Amazon are going for. And they are my first works ever. And I am going to be working on some more, putting some more out there, and even better ones than these. But I'm just, starting out, just putting these out. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So there's going to be no, you didn't have the fancy intro, and of course no fancy outro. Just wanted to share with you what I'm going through and what I'm doing. And so, again, the links to the coloring books available on Amazon are going to be in the description. I invite you to get them for yourself or for any friends who love the color, or anybody in the family who loves the color, to make great gifts. I'm not trying to pressure anybody. I just need to make some money. That's all. I think you understand. It's a tough economy out there. And at least until I can get back on my feet, at least this will help me out for a time being. But that should be it for me here today, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all the support and all the love you guys give me over the past 3.5 years I've been doing this channel. As always, like, share, subscribe, comment, leave a comment below. Tell a friend. Check out my coloring books. Try donuts. Have a great day, and I will see you on the next normal video. I promise the next one will be normal. Okay? Bye.